So the first question I get is, how long did nurse practitioner school take? For me, nurse practitioner school took 2 years. The school that I went to was you could either finish in 5 years or you can finish in 2 years at the least. So I finished in 2 years, and I went to Wright State University, if anybody wants to know, and that's in Ohio. And yeah, it took me 2 years. What were the requirements? The requirements were that you had to be a nurse already, and you had to have at least 2 years experience, at least, and you had to write an essay. You had to have a 3.0 prior to with your bachelor's, and I did say there was an essay. And I think those were all the requirements to get into NP school at that time. Was it hard? Yes, it was hard. It was hard for me because I was older, and I didn't realize that your nursing knowledge takes you far, yes, but it doesn't take you to the limit that being a nurse practitioner takes you to. So I wasn't really prepared, because I just knew that my nursing was gonna do something for me. But I just want to say that I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for how rigorous it was going to be. So for me, it was hard. I feel like if I didn't have the instructors that I had, if I didn't have like the go get it no matter what, if I didn't have the stick-to-itiveness to do it, then it would have fell apart. But it was hard, but it's doable, obviously, because there's a lot of nurse practitioners out there. I'm a nurse practitioner, so I'm no different from you if you're thinking about going back. But it was a little bit difficult for me. But once I got myself together and figured out I was just going to be learning a whole different mindset, because nursing teaches you from a nursing model, and everybody wants to say nurse practitioners are they still work from the nursing model, but that is not true. I don't know why people tell you that. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The truth is we are working from a medical model. We do bring the caring that we have to the field because that's natural. Nurses are loving, we're caring, all of that. And doctors really look at the disease and they're just like, okay, disease. And we do look more holistically, so I guess. But we really do work from a nursing model more than anything. Okay. What did I like the most? About the program, the thing I liked the most was hands-on. I am such a hands-on person, so I really did like hands-on. With my program, what they would do, they would hire people off the street to come to our clinic or our lab time. During our lab time, we would see the patient, a live patient off the street that they would pay, and they would record us working with that patient, but they would give the patient a scenario, and then we'd have to figure that scenario out, and we had a certain amount of time to figure it out, and then we would come back out, we would look at the scenario with our instructor, and then our instructor would tell us what we did good, what we did bad, what we did wrong, if we diagnosed the condition correctly or not. And at that time, if we did not diagnose it correctly, we had to come back later that week to the lab. And I'm telling you, those were really, really great experiences. So that's what I liked the most about the program. What did I like the least? What I liked the least was all the reading. The reading's ridiculous. They give you like chapters over chapters, all of the assignments. It was a lot, guys, but it's doable. But I don't know how people do all the reading. For me, I was up all night with like coffee and sunflower seeds and gum trying to stay up, and I'm telling you, there were some days that I didn't sleep because I didn't sleep. It was just a lot. The reading was the most difficult. That's the thing I didn't like. Did I work? Yes. And that's probably what made it even more difficult. I did work during nurse practitioner school. I worked full time. So I went to school full time, and that's why how I was able to get it done within 2 years. And I also worked. So I worked nights. I worked 7P to 7A. And then I went to school during the day. And thank God school wasn't every single day, but I was studying the days that I wasn't in school. But I did do that. I don't recommend you do that. If you can, I would just go to school. But if you can't, then, then you have to get it done. But it's doable. People do it all the time. You guys are out here doing it. So it's doable. And so why did I choose family nurse practitioner over adult gero acute care? I chose family because I wanted the option of working with everyone, the whole lifespan, from kids to adults to women. And I felt like at the time I wanted to be sure that I can get a job. And with adult and acute care, you have to kind of specialize. And I wasn't willing to do that. And even though at the time they were saying that you can make more as an acute care, you can, make more. And I'm motivated by that. I'm motivated by how much money can I make? How much money can I make? But anyway, luckily for me, I did end up choosing family, and that has worked out really well for me. But the reason why I chose family was because I knew that I wanted the options. I knew I wanted the flexibility of my degree, because I was like, once I'm done with my family nurse practitioner, I'm never going back to school. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not going back to school. This is all this reading, all these papers. It's not for me. But we all know that didn't happen. But anyway, so yeah. So I chose a OnGround program. At the time, there was only a few online programs, so I did the online program, but there's no way I could have done, OnGround. There's no way I could have done the online. For me, I'm not that type of learner. I need to see the whites of your eyes. If you're teaching me something, I need to see the expression on your face to see if that's important, or if it looks important, or if I need to ask you something. So I did choose an OnGround program, but they did have the online option where you would come to the campus I think it's 5 times a year. So yeah, that's what I chose to do. How much can nurse practitioners make? Nurse practitioners can do decent, depending on where you live. It's all depending on where you live, where you work, the hours you work. Everything's dependent. So I would say, as a new grad, just getting out of nurse practitioner school, you can make anywhere from 89 to 100 a year. So anywhere from 89 to 100 with
no experience.
Yeah. So, yeah. So what advice do I have for nurse practitioner students who are thinking about going back or going to get their nurse practitioner? My advice really is just go. It is so awesome. I love being a nurse practitioner. It has opened up so many doors. You're more autonomous. You get to use your skills. You get to work somebody up as far as what's going on with their illness, their disease. You get to prescribe medications for them. You really are autonomous. Where I work now, in Virginia, there's some of us that are complete autonomous practice, and I am one of those nurse practitioners where I don't have anyone working. I don't report to anyone. I work on my own, so I do have full autonomy. And in some states you can just have full autonomy. Some states you have to have a collaborating physician, but I just love the autonomy of it. And yeah, nurse practitioners are moving on and upward, and hey, come join us. All right, thank you guys so much for coming and spending some time with me today and to listen to how Nurse Practitioner School was for me. And if you like this video, it would really do wonders for my channel if you could like, comment, and subscribe if you liked the video and you thought that it was helpful. It does help me get motivated to make more videos for you guys, so that would be nice if you could do that. Anyway, guys, hang in there, and if you're trying to go back to school, I say go do it. You guys have a great day. Take care.